What is up, Harbor Masters? Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Emerald. So, last episode we made it through God, who knows what cave, but we did find out that we need to go to Fallborough Town before we can get up to Mount Chimney with the meteorite. Okay. So, last episode we spent a lot of time talking about Marvel and DC movies, and I talked about why I love the Batman and why I don't like a lot of the new Marvel movies. I did like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I thought that was pretty good. Um, but then again, I'm kind of weird. I like my rankings of Guardians of the Galaxy goes probably 3, 1, and then 2. I like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 the least. I'm just and I'm not the biggest fan of the main storyline. Let's see, what are the um but we haven't talked about animated movies. One, I love the Batman animated movies. Now, those are some of my actual favorite movies to watch is the DC animated movies. I think what DC lacks in the live action movies, they usually more than make up for in the animated movies. It is um it is just so great to watch. I grew up watching Batman. Is it Gotham Knights? Here, let me double check. Oh, is it Gotham Knights? Man, is it two? Because I know Gotham Knights is the game that came out in 2020. Let's see. Or is it Batman Gotham Knight? I think the game. What is that? What is the name of the game that came out? Is it What is the name of the game that came out that they made? Batman Gotham. Batman Gotham Knights with an S. So Batman Gotham Knight is the movie. Batman Gotham Knights is the bad video game. I don't want to say it's bad, but I did play the beginning, and I didn't think it was bad. It definitely wasn't Batman Arkham, which is probably definitely in my top 5 most favorite game series of all time is the Arkham games. I think all of them good. I think Asylum's awesome. I think City's great. I think Origins is underrated. I think a lot of people sleep on Origins, and then I love Night. I love how they finished the series. But you can imagine my happiness playing Batman. Well, not Batman, playing Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. More like Suicide Squad killed this game. It sucks. The game sucks. I hate it. Um, but back to Batman Gotham Knights. Oh my god, it is. Oh, it's awesome. It is. It is such a good collection, and I didn't even realize this when I was watching the movie, but it's from different. I mean, I knew it was obviously different animators and different animation styles, but it's telling a story throughout. It is. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's like a collection of stories, but they build off on one another, and it's really good. Um, I think my favorite story is I forgot what the main point of it is, but Batman's in the sewer, and he finds a gun. I forgot. I don't remember if it's the gun Joe Cho used. I don't think it is. Maybe it is. But Batman, and then also that beginning scene where he's walking through the fire. Um, it's when he's fighting like the mob boss. He's helping Renee Montoya, and the other detective, and he saves them from that mob boss, the mob shootout, and he walks through the fire at the beginning. It's like, I mean, it paints such a perfect picture. That's the one thing about Batman that I think is always hard to convey from certain people, especially. I think I think like 89, like Michael Keaton Batman, and especially Christopher Nolan. I know they try to with Christopher Nolan, but I never really got the sense with Christopher Nolan's that, and with a little bit of Ben Affleck too. But maybe it's just all perspectives. But I was never able to get the supernatural aspect, because that's what I mean. That's what Batman is kind of aiming for. I mean, like he says, criminals are a superstitious and cowardly lot. He's aiming for them to feed off that he's feeding off the superstition of criminals. He's wanting to paint himself as this larger than life like protector. And I feel like a lot of media doesn't really do Batman justice in that sense, where I mean, obviously a lot of media, portrays Batman as an intimidating figure, but it portrays him as an intimidating person, if that makes sense. When really, I mean, in Batman, one of the great things about Batman mythos is that for the longest time, when people ran into Batman in his early career, they were like, I mean, he wasn't an intimidating figure. He was like, I mean, he wasn't an intimidating person. He was an intimidating, like, oh my god, he's real. Like the Batman is real. This demon is real. And I love what Gotham Knight does with its first opening. Is you can see the fear in the mobster's face. It's like it's like he's fighting a demon. It's like he's running into a demon, and it's just a really good clip. You guys have got to check it out. Oh, I really need to turn off that notification, but if I click anything, it's gonna end the video. So I hope you guys are okay with having a notification in the bottom right corner. But yeah, I really love what Gotham Knight does. And also the ending where he's fighting Deadshot, that's a really good clip too. But what are some other great Batman animated? Um, let's see. We have Batman Year One. When you want to talk about a uh, a a story that really does Batman justice, Batman Year One is a fantastic story. Um, the comic and the and the comic and the movie, there are specifically for the movie, there were two scenes that come to my mind immediately when I think of that movie. Um, and also the voice actor for Batman in that movie is just really good. I don't even know who the voice actor for Batman in that movie is. I'll have to look it up. Here, let me see. Let me look it up real quick. Batman Year One. Let's see. It is Ben McKenzie. Oh man, oh yeah, Bryan Cranston is James Gordon. He's a really good James Gordon. Um, but um, but with that being said, uh, the first obvious like big scene that comes to my head when I think about Batman Year One, the film, is when he's intimidating the the big families of Gotham, and he does the thing where they're all eating. I think they're eating with the mayor or the police chief, or maybe both. Because I know one thing they talk about a lot in Batman Year One is the corruption of Gotham. Um, how in order to stop the gang fighting of Gotham, you have to stop the corruption. It is everywhere. It's in all facets of the city. Um, but they're all eating dinner, and then Batman bursts in, and he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, from this point on." Oh no, what is the? I'm trying to remember what he says off the top of my head because I don't want to look it up. I want to see if I can remember. But Batman bursts into the room, smoke, they're all coughing, uh, and he says something along the lines of, "Oh God, come on, come on." He says something along the lines of, "Ladies and gentlemen, you have eaten well, you have feasted off the wealth of this city, but now I think that feast is over." And then he pulls out the lid for the cauldron or whatever it is, and he puts it on, and he's like, "From this moment on, none of you are safe." But that's not my favorite scene of the movie. My favorite scene of Batman Year One is when it's in the final standoff against the police. The police have Batman cornered. He's in an abandoned house. The police have him cornered. Uh, if they catch him, he's going to be unmasked, or they're probably just going to shoot him and be done with it. But he presses a little receiver on his, is it his belt or the bottom of his shoe? I can't remember. But he presses a receiver. I'm pretty sure it's on his belt, and it's a bat sonar. It basically, or a bat beacon. It calls bats from the Batcave over to him, and it gets to the point where the police are shooting at Batman, and he's behind a pillar, and it looks like all hope is lost. And then the bats come, and it's this great scene where Batman's standing in front of the window, and he takes his cape, he puts it over his face like he does, where you can only see his eyes sometimes when Batman does that, and the bats come whooshing in, and they're biting the police, and the police are all confused, and they're like, "What the hell is going on?" And then the bats start spreading out all over the street, and then the helicopter comes with the police chief, and it's like he disappears into the swarm of the bats, and it's so the reason I love that scene just so much is because it hits on what I was talking about the supernatural aspect of the Batman. I mean, he's not supernatural, but people don't know that. To the average criminal, he is a supernatural bat demon, and it helps build that picture. Like, oh my gosh, he is a monster. Look at him. He controls bats. He is a literal. I mean, to the average Gotham citizen who was there that day, they're like, he is an actual like Batman. He's a man who can turn into a bat. It is it's just so great. But I think that's going to be the end of this episode. We did make it to Fall Harbor Town. Actually, let's fight these two real quick. We'll go ahead and put Manectric in. Okay. Is this one of those fire guys? Kindler, I think. Oh, there's a bird keeper. Oh shit, a Skarmory. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I necessarily have anything that works against Skarmory. Oh, is it time? Oh, maybe it's level 36 for him. Probably level 36. Oh, but you know what time it is? It's not time for Marshtomp to evolve, but it's time for your freaking girl Light Bright to. Light Bright, the Manectric. Okay, let's go ahead and stop over here and heal.